Good evening, all Swazis. May I take this opportunity to congratulate you all in your pursuit for democracy. But I want to address and offer my insights or a solution to the issue of the commotion that took place during the May Day commemoration. While some of you might understand it as a huge issue, I think it's just a trivial issue. First of all, I would like to attribute and tell all Swazis that they should unite for the purpose of attaining a new dispensation. Secondly, I would like to assure Swazis that political leaders are not people who are keen to apologize because that makes them lose credibility. It is very clear where this commotion started. For those of you who are very observant in social media, they are going to tell you that 4 days ago, Pudemo posted 3 posts. One was having Mario Masuku, the legend in politics. He was seated with Nogasem. Then there was James Tolle. And the stalwarts, it stated, were waiting to make Pudemo felt, their presence felt during the commemoration of the May Day. The second post was talking about the 12 years of commemorating the death of Sipojele, who died mysteriously in the hands of the police after he was taken for questioning for wearing a Pudemo t-shirt, as Pudemo was a proscribed entity. Now, there is a third post which depicts the strategy of mileage and visibility of Pudemo. The marketing strategy of Pudemo says Pudemo must organize to disorganize so that they reorganize. Allegedly, I understood during the May Day, the commander-in-chief of Pudemo declined to address the masses by the order out of which the chronology was given by the head of the PPA, since I understand the PPA as a structure now. So the CIC was already disorganizing so that he can reorganize and articulate his statements. Then the cadres went on to do the same thing. The purpose of the policy is to make Pudemo visible and give Pudemo mileage on the ground. So it was a policy went wrong, but they cannot admit now that it's a policy went wrong, but it's written all over their social media pages, more especially in Facebook. They have an objective of turning any gathering into a Pudemo political rally, but they haven't articulated best strategies or methods of attaining that. So they need to readjust it, because in the process of doing that, they step on other people's toes. So democracy allows you to do as you please. It will give you the freedom to do whatever the civil liberties, but you make a responsibility that you don't encroach in the right of the other person. So that is where the commotion has been brewed. That is what exactly they were trying to do, to give Pudemo a mileage and visibility. The other thing that Pudemo missed was that all the other political organizations on the ground, except maybe for the NNLC, I knew. And Pudemo has got a vast mileage in terms of conquering and invading space of institutions like these trade unions. They have placed their incumbents because they've been in the game for a long time. But it's a pity that for them it's an oversight that they don't see that if they play algebra when other people are still trying to master their ABC, they become complicated and irrelevant. They don't realize that. Look at what Mlungisi said. He said all the other political party leaders and the trade unions should go the following day to Hlangano, where a call was made by the Secretary General of ATUSA, for that matter. Makanya took the very same cadres who who were on the ground during the Bede Tulhlangano, so that he can do the activation and exacerbate his strategy of mileage and visibility and gaining more members. Then you sit down on the ground, you've got a flyer now circulating, the multi-stakeholder forum in the coalition of community organizers. I'm going to tell you one thing again. The coalition of community organizers is dominated by Pudemo. Now they are taking the stride to say everybody must go to the rally at Sitege. And their strategy is turning that rally into a Pudemo political rally. That is their strategy. That is allowed in politics. But if you do it, don't overstep other people's toes. Now let me come to the issue of the Commander-in-Chief not addressing Comrade Gauzela. That is not a problem. Comrade Gauzela now has got an entity. That's why he didn't address Sibongile Mazibuko per se. He didn't address Sibongile Mazibuko for NNLC. He didn't address SPLM's Temba. He didn't address SWADEPA president. He didn't address SIPA as president, but he called out the entities. Because why now? Swalimo is there. But it cannot be forgotten that the eye-opener who caused the constitutional crisis, which triggered the legitimacy crisis in parliament, is the tripartite of Gauzela, is Mtendeni, and the Basa, Mduduzi Mabusa. That will stay in the history books. And if they come at any forum, they will come as a tripartite, even if this one is in exile. Now let me address the issue of people of the CIC again. CIC Makanya saying, away with the leaders who fear jail. So a lot of leaders who are in exile in Swaziland belong to Pudemo. Now I want to prove to you that it's an internal policy of Pudemo to organize, to disorganize so that they reorganize. All the exiles of Pudemo, they don't have any problem with that. And allegedly, I would say Zweli is a member of Pudemo. I don't know. He hasn't come out clear, but he seemed to be more empathizing with Pudemo. But he came on his Facebook page, Swaziland News, and he said, I don't have any problem with what Makanya is saying. I understand politics better. Look at today, the lawyer who is presenting the 3 MPs in Ngomezulu. He said these were issues of trivia. It was just like a hailstorm in a cup of tea. Empathizing with Pudemo. So now you see, if exiled leaders were a problem, exiled leaders were a problem, you know what? It means that Pudemo were cowards. But Pudemo are not cowards. They've been in the struggle for a long time. So now let's balance the equation. Pudemo needs to go back and rework its strategy for mileage and visibility. That's what exactly Pudemo just needs to do. Adjust. Because the competition that is coming with Swalimo is overwhelming. And the strategy of Pudemo, this is how it sucks. They fail to understand the environment out of which all this is exhibiting. Swazis are not that kind of violent people. You might have mastered the tactics of the struggle or of democracy and politics or whatever. But Swazis, you come with humility, you come with respect, you come with honor, they get you better. So I think the political and historical heritage of the psychology of the nation is very important to consider when drawing up strategies of trying to attain and obtain membership. So I think it is time to case up and for people to take on and move to the struggle more than before. This argument must be put to rest. That is just my contribution. Pudemo must re-articulate its strategy. The fact is, Swalimo, the impact of Swalimo is so enormous that Pudemo cannot bear it. For now, it's time we fight for a new dispensation in Swaziland. It's not the time to be organizing ourselves into political parties. For the fact that people will be surprised in the dispensation of democracy, because those who had occupied a lot of most powerful structures will be bound to split. We have seen that. A lot of new political parties will be coming in because a dispensation or a space for that is created, and a space for contesting and canvassing is created. So that just solves the reclaim. These guys must kiss up and stop fighting. That's it.